I got no balls to pick with you.
Hey guys, welcome to Nate and Greg's World. Today on this episode, we're going to be explaining why there's been an absence of us over the last month, really. We haven't really put out anything in about a month now.
It's been a while.
Yep. That and basically what's coming up for Nate and Greg's World. So hit that subscribe bell icon, follow us on all our platforms, and you know the rest of the deal. So anyways, yeah, we haven't been around for a little bit. We stopped doing some recording there for a while.
I think 3 weeks we've been down.
Yeah, thereabouts. There's been some things that have been going on. There's been some health issues, some mental health issues, and stuff like that. And
And COVID lockdowns.
yeah, that stuff
Let's
too.
not forget that shit.
Yeah. But we're looking to make a bit of a change here.
Mhm.
We want to make a bit of a change here on Nate and Greg's World. Don't worry, we're not completely changing up everything that we're doing. We're just adding some new stuff so that we can be a little bit more happy about this whole thing. Because it's been a while since both Nate and I have come in to film a podcast there and been entirely happy about the whole thing. We're happy with the episodes that we put out. Don't get us wrong. We're happy about that. But it's the content. A lot of the content that we've had, it's been weighing on us mentally.
We got sucked into the rabbit hole.
Yep. We're sucked into it, causing a lot of stress, unneeded stress, a lot of shit going on in the world today. And we want to get back to where we were originally, where we were coming in to talk about the different perspectives, different viewpoints on absolutely everything, and doing it in a fun way.
Yeah, I think there's some truth. When you go and look for the negative stuff, you're going to find it. And I think that's all we were doing, is just looking at the negative, looking for the negative. And we found it.
Yeah.
It's everywhere.
Yeah. And it caused a lot of havoc. I know there was a few points there during the fall where I'd come to you and be like, hey, dude, listen, need a break from all this crap. We got to do something light. We got to do something fun, to get us out of this. And you'd be like, yeah, but check it out. There'd be, this story here that, we should really cover. It's like, fuck, okay, all right, let's do that. And then all of a sudden you'd come to me and be like, yeah, dude, you know what? We need to do something light and fun. And then I'd be like, yeah, but look, this story's just come out. We need to fucking hit this.
Yeah, because that's all we were looking for or looking at.
Yeah.
It was all over their feeds.
Yeah. So we're having to make a change for our mental health. we really are. Before we go completely batshit crazy, losing our minds and stuff like that. You got to take care of your health. Because, over Christmas there, I found out about taking care of my health.
Yes.
We've definitely joked around in the past, and I've known it as well, that I'm a fat, lazy piece of shit. And, being a fat, lazy piece of shit really does catch up with you. It really does. I was at work there the one day, and about 9 o'clock in the morning, I felt some pressure in my chest, and I was like, hey, I wonder what the hell's going on here. Oh, I'll keep an eye on it, figure out what's going on. Well, needless to say, long story short, 6:30 that night, I was in the hospital and being told that it looked like I was having a heart attack, and I've been having a heart attack all day long. Folks, I'm 41, okay? Not supposed to be having heart attacks at 41.
No, it's scary.
And then they told me a few other things about my health that was going on and stuff like that. But just so everybody knows, done a lot of tests and stuff like that. And honestly, they don't believe it was a heart attack now. There definitely is something going on with my ticker. There's definitely some diabetic type issues going on with me as well. I'm not diabetic yet, but basically if I have that one pixie stick, fucking I'm done for.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. So
on the road to diabetes.
Yes, I am definitely on the road to diabetes, the high speed bullet train road to diabetes.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't want to have to do changes. I knew I needed to do changes, but that day that I ended up going to the hospital there and they were telling me, look, man, this is what's going on, it put enough of a scare into me to actually make me go and say, you know what? Enough is enough. I got to make a change.
Yeah. So, I mean, in all, like, you know, good positiveness came out of this. I mean, it was the scare, as you say, you needed, or kind of that, hey,
absolutely.
asshole,
Absolutely.
knock it off, right? But, I mean, I'm just glad it wasn't an actual heart attack,
Yeah.
you know, and that you're still here with us.
Yeah.
And, you know, because I got the text from your wife
Yeah.
giving me the heads up of what was going on. And I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
what? Are you serious? And then, like, because of COVID, like, you can't go to the hospital to see the person.
No.
You can't, you know, so it's like you're kind of sitting there going, well, like, what the hell do I do?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I don't know what's going on. All I hear is, like, you're at the hospital, you've had they think you've had or are having a heart attack.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, Jesus Christ, like,
Oh, yeah.
okay.
Well, and it was absolutely crazy. Like part of the scare for me, you know, not only just being told, look, this is what went on, this is what happened, but I had like half the emergency room staff in there in my room running around doing things, stabbing me with, you know, different needles, you know, doing tests here, tests there, and I'm just sitting there going, what the hell's going on?
Mm-hmm.
And people are like, somebody will talk to you soon, and I'm like, no, somebody fucking talk to me now.
I know, because they can't say anything till they know for sure, right?
Yeah.
Because so
Well,
they
that
may be
they
paranoid.
needed, that and they needed the doctor to do it, because if they said something was up, you know,
Get sued or
Yeah.
fucking whatever, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's the worry that they have. But
oh yeah,
I know, like, I was really, really worried because I'm like, geez, I'm gonna have to find somebody else to do the podcast
Yeah.
with.
who the fuck can I
Okay,
use?
like, come on, man.
Yeah, but no, it's been a good change, and like I was a heavy smoker. And if you look back even through some of the episodes there, I had my little douche flute there, a little vape pen that I had.
Mm.
And I'd have that for while we were doing the podcast there, just so I could get that extra bit of nicotine there and just fucking suck back on that there.
Mhm.
And there was constantly a giant haze going on in the studio here.
Yeah. Everybody probably thought you're a pothead.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. But so I was smoking quite a bit. And I remember over Christmas, we went and I was having a smoke out in the garage with my uncle there. And we were talking about how my oldest boy, who's actually, you know, damn near 30,
Mhm.
you know, I know if you're paying attention to the
You were 10 when you had him?
pretty much.
Started
No.
early.
Yeah. But anyways, the oldest there, he had gone and he quit smoking. Well, we were talking about quitting smoking. I'm like, yeah, you know what? I know I should quit smoking. I know I need to quit smoking, but you know what? I really like smoking.
Mhm.
I like smoking. I enjoy smoking. So, you know what? Until something big happens, I'm not gonna. Well, then sure as shit, a couple days later, here I am in the fucking
Got your
hospital. And I'm like,
prayers
oh my
answered.
God.
Yeah.
You know, so that was a bit of a nightmare,
Mhm.
you know.
Well, and I think it's funny because a few years ago, I was 40. You weren't.
yeah.
You know, everybody, you're younger than me by
Yeah.
about 4 years.
Well, I'm 41 now.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
4 years.
Yeah.
Right. But you weren't quite 40 yet. And I remember having the conversation with you, and I think there was a couple other people that once you hit 40,
Yeah.
that's when it all happens.
Yeah.
Like, that's when I found out I was diabetic. That's when all my health went to shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck is going on? And it was 40. And then you hit 40 in a bit,
Yeah.
and boom,
Yeah.
told you.
Oh yeah. No, it was just absolutely nuts. But so since then I haven't had a cigarette. You know,
Yeah.
that was shortly right at like it was December 30th.
Mhm.
December 30th was the last day that I had a cigarette. At about 7:00 in the morning.
Yeah.
That was the last time I ended up having a cigarette. And the cool thing about it now is like I've wanted to go on different diets and stuff like this, or I won't say diets. I wanted to eat better,
Eat healthy.
you know, eat healthy and stuff like this for like ever.
A little less Taco Bell.
Maybe. I wanted to eat healthier, you know, and I have gone and quit smoking before in the past.
Mhm.
but it was always a struggle. It was always a struggle, going, oh, fuck, like, okay, I'll have this one cheat day, like, especially when it was like the healthy eating portion.
Yeah.
I'd have the one day where I'd be like, well, I think today's going to be a cheat day. And then the next day, well, I still have leftovers from my cheat day. I'll just finish those off. That way they're
I don't
not
want to be
there.
wasteful.
Yeah. And then the day 3, it's like, well, it's a new week. I can go with the cheat day today, and then I won't have it there at the end of the week.
Right.
Well, next thing you know, day 4, day 5, every day turns into a fucking cheat day, and it was there.
Yeah, they say that you need to wait like at least 3 months before you start cheat days. Like you got to get the habit going first, which takes 3 months to build a habit, right?
Yeah.
And then you can start putting in one cheat day kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, what was really interesting this time, though, is before, when I wanted to do it
Mm-hmm.
or needed to do it, I didn't have the desire to do it before.
Right.
I didn't have the desire.
Right.
Now, fuck. Well, you've seen my fridge now.
Yeah.
Like, it's fruits and veggies, chicken, all this healthy eating stuff. And so I'm going through, I'm doing all that. Got the son-in-law, he's coming around, fucking putting a leash on me, taking me out for walks, stuff like that. So that's helping.
Yeah.
But it was it's not as difficult as it was before.
Mhm.
It really isn't. It's not as difficult as it was before. Now I have the desire, and, I've been going and I was eating, and, the rest of the family was like, well, listen, we really want McDonald's today. And I'm like, okay, well, go get McDonald's then.
Yeah.
Well, what about you? Don't worry about me. Just get McDonald's.
Mhm.
And I'd smell the McDonald's fries, right? And I'd be like, yeah, that smells good. Where's my salad? And I was actually happy to look for my fucking salad that I was going to have, as opposed to, where's my French fries? Give me a couple of those French fries.
And I've been like that for a couple of years now, right? Because of my diet. So like I'm the same way. Like my family, I don't force them, because I have a fairly strict diet, but I don't force, because I got a lot of kids and they're little, right? So they still like the desserts, the snacks, the pizza, the fucking hamburgers, all this stuff. And I can't.
Yes.
Right. So I'm like, yeah, you guys get pizza and I'll make myself a salad, or I'll eat the chicken or whatever. Right.
Yeah.
I don't really miss it though anymore. Like I'm like you, like I don't care. It doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
Like the whole family could be sitting down eating McDonald's, and that was my fast food of choice.
Yes.
Like I know you're a very Taco Bell type person.
Absolutely.
Right. But it would have bothered me years ago to sit and watch people and smell that McDonald's smell, that drug.
Yes.
Right. Like,
oh
my God. Right. Now.
Yeah.
I don't care. Like,
no,
maybe once a year I get a really bad craving for a fucking Big Mac, where I'm just like, oh, I love a Big Mac right now.
Yeah.
But
no, and you know what? It's been interesting, but a lot of that really played into this whole thing of being better, doing better. And I remember, I came to see you, or no, you came to see me once I got out of the hospital there, because I spent a few days in the hospital.
Mm-hmm. And you got annoyed with me because I wouldn't take my mask off.
Yeah.
Do you remember that? I'm like, I'm not making you sick, dude. Like, I know I don't have the COVID, but I'm not going to be the one that fucking knocks you off.
Yeah. But, what was it? You come over, and then, we got talking a little bit about the podcast, and we're just like, yeah, let's just hold off on it for a bit, because there was a lot of shit going on at that point in time.
No, I needed,
right?
I was like, he's got to heal. I'm not going to push to do podcasts and shit while you're going through all that.
Yeah, and then fucking getting stressed out and shit. And I think we did the one episode. Which was right after the Capitol building thing there on January 6th. We discussed that, and I felt myself getting amped up, and I could feel.
I saw you that,
Yeah, it was not a good deal.
Well, and then you had kind of another pain issue after that as well. And then that's in my mind where I was like, no, I'm not going to push him to do this.
No.
Just let you heal.
Yeah, but as I said, we ended up having a little chat after that. And you were going through some things where you're like, no, dude, I'm not doing any more of this stuff that's causing havoc on my mental health. And
I got tired of it.
Yeah.
I got so fucking tired of always being negative and talking about all this stuff. Like I had like you, I'd had enough. I don't know if I don't know if it stressed me out to talk about it. I just got annoyed by it. And then I started seeing it fucking everywhere.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that, like when you get involved with something or you buy a certain brand of car that you've never seen before and now suddenly it's just fucking everywhere.
Yeah.
Right? Like every other car is that car.
Yeah.
That's what I felt like. Like, you know, it almost got to the point, and I see now, like, and I don't want to get into this, why people are so angry, because they do get sucked into it.
Yes.
And then they see it everywhere,
Yep.
all this negativity and anger, and of course, right?
Yes.
So yeah, we slapped each other, pinched each other, and said enough. Enough is enough.
Absolutely. We needed to go back to what we had originally discussed when I first came back from overseas, and you're like, we need to talk. We need to have a discussion about different things and film it and bring it out to a podcast. And I was like, yeah, that's what we need to do. We need to go back to where we originally discussed this, because when we originally discussed this, it was all supposed to be fun, poking fun at different things, you know, different opinions and stuff like that. Not in a malicious way.
No.
But just, you know, bringing things to light, going, really? Are people really thinking like this?
Right.
How could they possibly think about this? Well, let's try to look at their perspective on it, you know? So that's kind of where we're wanting to go. We're wanting to have more fun.
Yes.
You know, and I don't know. I'm really hoping it works out. We've gone and we sat down and we've discussed the different things that we wanted to do. So that's why we haven't been around. Basically almost a month now. We haven't been out for about a month. You know, we haven't done anything with our Instagram. We haven't done anything Twitter. We haven't done anything on Facebook. We haven't done any of that stuff there. So it's not like we were banned or anything like that. We took a fucking break to sit back, basically restructure, reload, and get ready to go. And I think we've come up with some good ideas to figure out how we want to present Nate and Greg's World, you know. And now we did discuss it as well, that it's not going to be a complete dump of everything that we had been doing before, right? Because some of those issues we will need to talk about, you know, but we've already agreed that it's like, okay, if we're going to talk about it, we're going to talk about it on the one episode, and then we're back to having fun for a bit. And then, you know, we'll bring up another issue that, you know, might get under our skin or whatever. So it's not going to be completely fucking changed. But we are going to have more fun, different ways to look at the different cultures, the different lifestyles, and the different perspectives on all of the different issues and topics that are out there.
Well, and I like our ideas too, because they mix it up.
They do.
So it's not going to be the same every week to week. There's going to be a mixture of different things we're going to try out. Some will work, some won't. And we'll keep bringing in new stuff. And
absolutely,
you know, so.
And honestly, you know what? This is, I believe, where we'll get our fans, our audience, the people that tend to follow us quite regularly, helping us out, giving us some more ideas of where you think we could go, what we could do for some fun, and, you know, help be a part of it, help be like co-creators of Nate and Greg's World, because while we call it Nate and Greg's World, this is everybody's world, right? This is, we're starting the conversations. We want you guys to continue the conversations. So if you can bring us an idea of, hey, have you ever thought about presenting this type of a topic in this type of a way? You know what? Maybe we'll go with it. Maybe it'll work for us, and we're going to give it a shot. You know, we want to have fun. We want to do different things. And you know what? Maybe we'll bring you on to, you know, help us out with it every once in a while and check things out. Now, one of the big things there that I know we're not getting rid of, because it is a huge thing. Like whenever we've gone and done one of these episodes, it's been huge. People have enjoyed the fuck out of it, and I know it blows my mind away. And that's the conspiracy theories with Jay from the Evil Von Scary show.
Yeah.
You know, so Jay, like I've already talked to him over the past week there, and I explained a little bit about what it is that we're looking to do and stuff like this. And he's fully on board with it. He gets it. He understands it, because he's constantly down that rabbit hole, constantly down it.
Yeah.
You know, but he's able to go and bring us the information, you know, and it was like I've said before, the only difference between a conspiracy theorist and an investigative journalist is one gets paid.
Right.
That's it. Right. There's both groups have nut jobs in them, but one gets paid. So people tend to believe that more. But you know what? I believe a lot of what Jay says, because for one, he's going to call out bullshit on stuff that is bullshit, you know, and he'll actually provide the facts and the information on it.
Yes.
And, you know, if there's something that's out there, because like I've gone suddenly, like you and I had a conversation on a couple different potential conspiracy theories that we were thinking about shit. We were like, yo, Jay, check this out, you know, and he's like, okay, whoa, easy, easy there, guys.
Yeah.
Let me tell you why that's wrong.
You're right.
You know, and then he goes and brings up all this stuff that he's gone and investigated between him and his team, because he's got a team that he works with, you know, and his team are from, you know, all different political types of backgrounds or support and stuff like this, you know, so it's not like, you know, all right-wing conspiracy or left-wing conspiracy, you know, he grabs people from his team and he's like, yeah, check this out. And then the other side will be like, whoa, hold on a second. Did you look at this shit? No, I didn't see that. You know, and they work together. They get the information and they do their deep dives.
Yeah.
And it's phenomenal. I love having him on. We're going to have him and his crew back on from time to time, you know, hopefully more often than it has been. You know, it's just a matter of trying to hook up schedules and stuff.
Well, and the lockdowns have to go away too, right?
Fucking
This whole COVID
lockdowns.
thing.
But yeah, so the conspiracy theories, they're definitely staying. Jay's going to be back on. I know he's got a few projects that he's working on right now. And folks, once again, go check out the Evil Von Scary show. He's on, he's got the website. He's on Twitter. You know, he's got all this stuff there. Go check it out. Fucking, he's got lots of shit. You definitely want to look at this stuff. One of the other things we're going to do, and I'm kind of really excited for this, is Snack Crate.
Yes.
It sounds absolutely amazing. You know, it's a fun way to look at the different perspectives of, you know, different countries or different groups of people, because Snack Crate will actually go and deliver a package once a month that has, I think the package that we got there was about 12 different snacks in them, something like that.
Yeah.
So we got like 12 different snacks, and they're all supposed to be from that specific area. So now we get to explore, you know, that culture, their snacks, and as much as we got to behave now with what we eat, there's nothing wrong with having a little snack here and there.
Yes.
You know, and we're going to go through, we're going to rate them, you know, what we personally believe and stuff like this. We're going to explain the different stuff, and hopefully it'll be fun. People will enjoy that. And you know what? Maybe they'll start picking up Snack Crate themselves. And no, we are not sponsored by Snack Crate. We're not endorsing Snack Crate. We just think it's a cool idea, and well, we're trying it there, you know, but hopefully you'll do something like that where you get to adventure and stuff like that.
It's a little review, right? It's a nice look into that culture, because I think when you look at cultures, like meals are one thing, right?
Yes.
And we might eventually do that, especially again, once the lockdowns are done, like eat actual meals.
Yes.
And food from, but when you look at snacks is like the food that is a choice. It's like something that's supposed to make you happy and you really enjoy. And do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's a difference.
Yes.
So when you're looking at a different culture and what they consider to be a snack, like a treat,
yes,
right? And you know, you hear of different treats from countries, and you're like, really?
Yeah. Do
That's
I really
a
want to try
treat?
this?
Like, you know, like Jesus. So, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm a little nervous. I'm not gonna lie, because you know my stomach is not the strongest stomach in the world. And I'm fairly picky with taste and textures
and spices.
And spices, yeah, I'm in trouble with some of the spice ones for sure.
Fucking ketchup makes you break out in a sweat.
Oh, I put pepper on food and it's almost too much. So
yeah, but yeah, no, I'm really looking forward to that. And hopefully people will tune in to watch that stuff there as well. You know, like we'll try to be as descriptive as we can for any of our audio listeners, to explain what's going on and what's happening. But hopefully they'll tune into the YouTube there to, actually see, okay, what are these idiots putting in their mouth right now?
That's right.
Fucking, it's kind of what my mom, well, actually my wife now too. Not that my wife is my mom. That's a whole, never mind.
Oh,
I went way down a different rabbit hole there.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Anyways, both my mom and my wife have both said, what the hell's Greg putting in his mouth now?
You know which one is which though, right?
Oh, I do know.
Okay,
I do know.
Okay. It's very Freudian of you.
Yeah. But yeah, so I'm really excited about the snack crate thing. I think that's going to be fun. A good way to look at some of the different cultures and stuff like that. One of the other things that we're going to do, there are a lot of YouTubers and stuff out there that do this, but I think we're going to put our own little spin on it as well. And that's the reviews of different TV shows, movies and stuff like that, and, just our take on it. And I think it'll be fun if we, discuss maybe some of the controversies around the different movies and stuff, like what's gone on, what's happened, different groups thinking this about it. Like, I remember the one time there, we were talking about the new Ghostbusters movie.
Yes.
Right. And there was a lot of outrage that people were basically neglecting the all-female cast of Ghostbusters,
like it didn't
exist. And there's like, oh my God, you're just doing that because you're misogynistic pigs and stuff like that. No, the movie fucking sucked.
Yeah. It had nothing to do with the females.
Yeah.
It was the script. Like it just was not a good movie.
No, it wasn't.
Like I really love, what's her name? The heavier set, McCart. No.
Yeah.
You know who I'm talking about. I love her as an actress.
Yeah.
Like I think she's a great actress. She was in that.
Yeah.
But it was the whole idea. Like it just was not.
No.
I got what they were trying to do.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
It just, to me, it didn't fly. Anyway, it didn't fly. But
and then they were pissed about the new one because they're like, oh my God, there's no diversity in it. Really? What are you talking about? Like there's a whole lot of different diversity going on in there. It's just people saw a 15-second clip at the time.
Yeah.
And they're trailer. Like, oh, look at that. That's crap. Like where's the diversity in there? Shut the fuck up. know?
But then at the same time, I want to look at movies and shows from different cultures. Yeah. Like I've really gotten into, I'm starting to get over the dub overs. So like we're like
all the dub movies,
into English. So like it's like those old Chinese movies into English where the mouths are moving differently and right. Yeah. And everybody used to make fun of that.
Hello.
Yeah, that's right. So, but I'm kind of past that now because you know what? I've started watching like some of the movies from out of China.
Okay.
I think it's like Asian, but I think it's the majority are coming out of China.
Yeah.
But they're actually really fucking good movies.
Yeah.
Like really well done. And once you get over the dubbed part of it into English.
Yeah.
And I would rather have the dubbed than the movies that you have to read because they're subtitled from a different language, right?
All that is for me is a 2-hour book. That's all it is a 2-hour book because I cannot read fast enough to read what's being done and then watch the what's on the screen. I can't do it.
But
it pisses me off.
But the sad part of that, and we'll get more into this, I know, when we talk about movies, because there are some that I have watched because they got so much publicity and push to watch them. So I finally broke down and I said, okay, I just want to see what this is about.
Yeah.
And there's some real, again, like from a different culture, different language, and you have to read the subtitles, but man, they're so good. Like one example is the movie Platform.
Okay.
And I think I've talked to you about this movie in the past and told you, but you have to read it.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, most of the time, you know what's going on anyways.
Yeah.
Right. You can read a few words and you're kind of keeping up, but just such a good movie. Amazing idea.
Yeah.
New idea, like something you've never seen before. Cause I'm tired of the same fucking movie over and over and over and over again. Right. Cause Hollywood or whatever's too scared to step outside of their little boxes. Right. So, but so anyways, I'm really excited about that one. I think we'll get into some good discussions about all that stuff.
And we're going to do it in our own way. We're going to have some fun with it.
Yeah.
We'll pick one, maybe two to discuss for that day, depending on how the conversation goes. maybe we'll have a conversation just on one, and it'll just take that long to talk about because it's just awesome.
Depending on which one,
kind of like that Yellowstone there. You got me into that Yellowstone there.
Yes.
And then I finally convinced my wife, I'm like, hey, you need to go check out Yellowstone. And then a little bit later, we were talking. I guess we got into a little bit of a disagreement. She's like, you be quiet or I'm going to take you to the train station.
Nice.
Like, whoa.
Nice. Yeah.
Nice. And for anybody that don't know what that reference is, go watch Yellowstone. I'm telling you now. It's fucking awesome. But yeah, so we got stuff like that going on. One of the other big things that we're really looking to do, and this actually was spawned from an idea from about 3 years ago when, actually a little longer than 3 years ago. I had actually gone out west to BC, Victoria, and I was there for the oldest son's wedding. And I just got realized, you know what? I really want to ride my bike out here. This would be absolutely amazing. Well, I needed to find a reason to get out there other than I wanted to, right? There needed to be that. Well, the next thing you know, here it is. I'm in school. I'm going through getting my diploma in public relations. And I'm like, this is fantastic because I was getting it through the University of Victoria. And
you probably could have came up with an easier excuse to ride out there than do 3 years of university.
I probably could have.
That seems a little extreme.
It is. It was.
Yeah.
But you know what? That's going to help me out with other things. So, but so once I realized, well, wait a second, I'm going to school at UVic. This is fantastic. So now when graduation, commencement, whatever the fuck you call it, when it comes up, I'm going to ride out to BC and then, ride the island and ride back. And I thought, this is going to be awesome. And then I remember I made mention it to you saying, look, this is what I want to do. And he's like, you're like, yeah.
I've always wanted to ride the coast.
You let me know when it's happening and I'm going. So since then we've been going and making plans. And well, I just graduated in December there. And the actual ceremony won't be until June of this year. So the whole plan is we have it set up. We were going to go through the States and then back through Canada, but COVID, borders, all this good stuff. We've had to revamp some of our ideas. Now, maybe if suddenly something happens by June, I doubt it. We might be able to continue with the original plan, but right now it looks like it's Canada there and back. But
it's also a time thing too, eh? Like,
oh yeah.
If we had the time, I really wanted to go out California and ride the coast all the way up through to Victoria.
Absolutely.
Like that's a fucking major bucket.
Yeah. And you know what?
Item.
At some point we're going to do it.
Yeah.
We're going to do it.
I have to. Before I'm too old too.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing, you hear about people and you wait till you're 65 and you're like, fuck, if I do that now, I'm going to be broken.
Yeah.
We're going to be broken as it is.
Absolutely. But yeah, so we've had this plan that we're going to go out there. Well, then over this past year, we're like, you know what? That would be a great fucking thing to do by filming this. So let's go and let's film this. Let's get it all done. And then that spawned more ideas and stuff like this. And it also came back to a couple of the ideas that we had at the beginning as well, where we'd actually go out and visit the different people in the different cultures, different lifestyles, and actually do the podcast outside of this damn studio, right? Like I enjoy our studio. Our studio is nice. It's comfy. It's cozy, but it's really difficult to get people to come in. And it's really hard to properly understand their culture, their lifestyle from sitting here.
Yes.
The only way you can really do it is to actually immerse yourself into their culture, be there, you know, and doing our interviews, doing all the stuff like that. So we started looking at different things. And I know a few weeks back there, made a giant list of here's absolutely everything we need to go and take the podcast on the road. Cause like we got a lot of equipment here that's really nice for doing it in the studio.
Yeah.
None of this equipment is any good for doing it on the road.
No,
it's
too much.
So we've looked at different things and, we're trying to figure out how to come up with the funds to do this. Right now we're working on trying to get a Kickstarter program approved through Kickstarter to actually get this going, because it's going to take some money. It's going to take a bit of work to get the equipment that we need. Because we're planning to use the bikes, and so we need to be able to take all our filming equipment on the bikes, but still have the right equipment to actually be able to sit down and talk with people while we're on the road.
Yeah.
So it's going to take a bit. And once again, we got to reach out to our audience. We got to reach out to our fans, and hopefully really soon we'll have approval from Kickstarter to actually go ahead with this Kickstarter campaign to help us out. We're looking for approximately $4,500 to get the equipment that we need to go and do this. And this is going to allow us to hit all these different cultures, lifestyles, different jobs and stuff like that. And we're going to have fun while we do it. Like,
yes.
We've talked about doing like the MMA culture and lifestyle type thing. What's the point of having an MMA fighter, or promoter in here in the studio to talk about MMA when we can actually go to their gym and discuss MMA there, figure all it out, and then, I don't know, maybe get in a fight while we're there. That'd be great. Like, right. Who doesn't want to see one of us get our ass kicked?
Right.
Let's face it, that'd be fun. You got other jobs. We were joking around the other day after watching Yellowstone that we're all feeling like cowboys and stuff like this. Don't know the first fucking thing about being a cowboy, but I think it'd be fun to go to one of these ranches and be like, hey, listen, I want the cowboy experience, kind of like that old movie there, City Slickers.
That's right.
With Billy Crystal. I can totally see us both being like Billy Crystal going, okay, fuck, I got to get on this horse. How do I do that? You know? Yeah. But I think it'd be fun to do that type of thing, and then also just the ability to, you know what, we want to be outside of the studio today, but we got some stuff to talk about. Let's go on the road and let's do the podcast from the road. We'll go out, we'll go riding. Like we did it there the one day with the guys from the Lap, right? We went out for that nice ride there. So it was a different background to everything. And, we were able to enjoy ourselves doing that. And I think that's going to be the big thing for us to be able to continue doing Nate and Greg's World, is to be able to get out and have the fun doing it.
Yeah.
Because once it turns out that it's not fun anymore, that's when shit's going to shut down. It's going to suck.
It's hard. It's hard. Like when you're stressed out and you're annoyed and the other problem, trying to do all the research and trying to figure out so you don't come across as a complete idiot. And,
only a partial idiot.
And I'm an idiot. So like even when I do the research, I don't know if I'm saying the right thing, if I'm on the right track. And like this stuff, you go out, you talk to the people that are experts and you ask them the question. They do the answering.
Yeah.
Right. I look at different cultures. Like I love meeting people from around the world and finding out all the cool shit they do or different beliefs they have, the different customs. We talked about going out to the reserves with the native people and going
native, indigenous, whatever it is today that we get to call them.
Right. Yeah, and whatever. Yeah. Oh, that's the thing, right? Like, what do you care? What do you prefer to be called? What is insulting to you to be called? Right? Because
there's so many people that say different things.
Well, it drives me crazy that it's all these white people that are the ones out there screaming, "Don't say this, don't say that."
Yeah.
Like, okay, well, I want somebody from that culture to tell me.
Exactly.
Because they're the ones that are good, right? Like, I mean...
There's only one name that I know of for all the races that nobody is allowed to. And, well, we just won't go there. But
Right. But again, like, I want to hear from... I don't want to hear from some white person in power what is okay and not okay to call a group of people.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, we are all human beings.
Yeah.
That's really the only group. Humans.
Yes.
But what do you like being called? What do you prefer being called?
Yeah.
Oh, I found 4 people.
Or do you just like being called Bob?
Well, that's it. Yeah, my name is Rick, asshole.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right? Or like maybe, you get to do a culture that 4 different people from that culture all like a different title.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Like, because they're not all the same. Imagine that. They're all different.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
and like, for example, like with the reserve, you're going to have the one, no, I prefer indigenous. No, I like Indian. I like Bob,
Right.
Whatever it is.
But go to a powwow and like take part in their customs, and we talk
Yep,
about
the
doing a
sweat
sweat
lodge.
lodge and all that stuff, like see what it's really about and what they do and what they experience. And
absolutely.
Right. Like I had an opportunity to do some training out at one of the reserves not too far from here, with one of my other jobs, and, you know, going through, and they were showing us how to like do the smoking,
the smudging.
Smudging. Thank you. Sorry. The smudging and all these different things and why and what it means and the different types they use for different reasons. And
I didn't even know there was different types.
Oh, there is. Yeah.
I just thought it was the one.
No,
they just burn the crap out of it and then blow the smoke at you.
No,
you know?
Some they use for some of the saging, they use tobaccos. For others, they use other things, but they all have a different purpose, whether like for different spiritual reasons or to like cleansing but it's all different types for it. Right. That's what I learned anyways.
Yeah.
So, but just stuff like that. I think it's really cool. And I think that the more people learn about each other, the less ignorance.
Absolutely.
Right. And the more we kind of open up to say, hey, like we're all in this together. Like we talk about all the time.
We're a lot more connected than what you think we are.
Right. Right. You know, so.
Because like not everything's black and white. Not everything's right and wrong.
No.
You know, there's that middle ground there. And the problem is there's too many people yelling and screaming, you know, on one side or the other side, or even both sides, you know, and it's to the point where you have to pick a side. But do we really have to pick a side? No. Like start thinking about what's going on, what's happening, you know, and actually learn, you know, because like I know, like, I hate using this word because a lot of people, they hear this word and they're like, oh my God, you're an asshole. But it has nothing to do with being an asshole. Okay. I have a lot of prejudice against all different cultures. All of them. Okay. Including whites.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because there's so many different people from different cultures that are white. Okay. So it's not just this and that. And the prejudice is preconceived ideas about people based off what I already know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that's where I go. And I want to be able to get in and either confirm or deny the different prejudice that I already have, you know? So then that way it's not a prejudice anymore. I'm not so ignorant about what's going on. I actually have the facts and go from there. You know,
well, we have discussions all the time, the two of us, about things, and we change each other's minds, or maybe not completely changed minds, but we get a better understanding of where the other side is.
Exactly.
We're like, okay, I don't really agree with that, but I get it. I get what you're saying.
And I think the greatest example was when you and I were talking about the what do you call those?
The drugs?
Yeah, the drugs.
Yeah, legalizing everything.
Yeah, there's legalizing everything. There was also the like the methadone clinics and stuff like this, right? Where I was like, no, fuck that shit, you know, and stuff like this. But then after talking with you, you know, I was like, wow, hold on a fucking second. There's an idea that I haven't heard and a different perspective. And okay, I can understand that more. I can understand it better. I'm still not 100% on board, but hey, you know what? At least I can understand what this side is yelling and screaming about.
And I think there's a little piece of that in everything, right?
Yes.
Like, I mean, I think no matter who you are or what culture or where you're from, religion-wise, whatever, you can at least understand a piece of everything.
Yes.
And be like, okay, I kind of get that. I get it. Or I can see it from that way too.
Mm-hmm.
You might not 100% agree with it. But I just think who better than two white morons to go out and figure this all out.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, and like one of the things that I'm also hoping to do, maybe not with the podcast, but like right now I have my mentor that I have for the public relations and stuff like this, where basically what their job is to help prepare me, you know, and to go into the industry of public relations. Okay. And we've had a good talk, and he's of an older generation and a little bit more old school thinking on some aspects, right? As people noticed, I've cut my hair. I've trimmed up my beard, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's mainly due to prejudice and discrimination for long-haired, long-bearded people, right? because it's not, that's not a professional look. You know, you can't be, you know, having that kind of look and stuff like this, you know, when you're going into this kind of thing. I get it. I don't fucking like it, but I get it, you know?
Right.
And like, I remember the one time there, he was talking about, you know, guys that, you know, ride the big loud Harleys, you know, and stuff like this. And the only reason that they got like a super loud exhaust is because they got a small penis. And I felt like saying to him, I'm like, well,
as true as that is.
As true as it is that I got a small penis. Okay. I'll tell you now, there's a whole other reason why I got a super fucking loud exhaust, right. You know? And I think it'd be just absolutely great to, you know, and I'm really hoping, because I know April time frame is when we're all supposed to be getting together to basically wrap up this whole mentorship program. And right now the mentorship program, it's all been on Zoom, when nobody's met in person,
right?
Which really pisses me off. I don't like that.
It's annoying.
But we've done all these Zoom calls, and I'm really hoping that the COVID thing will allow us to actually meet in person, you know, and stuff like this with all the stuff. And I'm telling you now, I am riding the fuck in on my big loud Harley, you know, and explaining, yes, I have a small penis, but my bike's loud because of this, you know, and stuff like this, you know, just to help change up some of that ignorance. Right. You know, now, as I said, don't get me wrong. I fully understand what the guy was saying, you know, except for maybe the small penis, loud exhaust thing. Although there are some out there that, yeah, that is the reason that they're doing it, but there are other reasons. But, you know, like I'm really hoping to be able to change different people's perspectives and help eliminate ignorance. I want to eliminate my ignorance. Okay.
Sure. I love
it's not that I'm going to suddenly agree with different things, but at least I will understand.
Yeah,
better.
It's not like we're going to change our own just because we sit with like we can go and sit with somebody who believes in Buddha.
Yeah.
And, you know, worships Buddha and all that stuff. And that's great. And I'm all supportive of that. But that doesn't mean after talking to them, I'm going to go, well, I have a Buddha doll, but I'm not going to like necessarily start, you know, worshiping or changing to that religion, changing to that culture. But I might pick up pieces of it.
I'll be like, right. Yep, just grabbing a little bits here and there, going, hey, you know what? I like that. I'm going to work with that.
Yeah, like I like that idea. I like that thought for
why
that
not
way of thinking, right?
Yep.
Things like that. Pick up little pieces here and there.
Yeah, and
a better person.
And as I said, like at the beginning of this little part here, is you can't get that experience sitting here in the studio.
No,
you need to be out on the road. You need to be getting involved with the culture and stuff like this.
Absolutely.
And that's what we really hope to do. We wanted to do it from the very beginning. It wasn't possible at the time. It was not possible, but we think we have a way to make it possible, make it work, and we're going to try to make it work. And, you know, if this Kickstarter thing kicks off the way we're hoping to, like we've been having to do some things back and forth there over the last couple of days to try to make it work. But we're really hoping and we're really counting on all of our listeners, all of our followers and stuff like that to help us out, share with their friends, and, you know, try to convince their friends, hey, listen, you know, you got $5 you can donate to these guys because they're going to bring some really good shit to you, you know. Hopefully, you know, it'll work. You know, I hate doing the panhandling thing, but just ain't got the money to fucking make this happen, you know. But I'm really looking forward to it. We're going to find a way to do it. You know, if I got another credit card and then just tell Trudeau that I'm broke and stuff like that, and he's asking for more that I can give, you know, maybe that'll work. But that's the big thing right there. And I think the very last thing that I want to talk about that we're going to do that is pure just for fun. It is purely just for fun. Will it help get our names out there a little bit more? Sure, why not? Will some people actually go, okay, who the fuck are these idiots? And, you know, maybe check out the podcast every once in a while. That might be an added bonus, but honestly, doing this for fun. And I think where all this came from is I had a buddy of mine that kept sending me all these little videos, and I kept going to check out all these little videos, and they're funny, and I enjoyed all these little videos. And it was from TikTok. I had never had a TikTok fucking subscription. I had never downloaded the app and stuff like this. And then I got thinking, holy shit, we can do that. That would be fun.
Yeah.
You know, and we're going to have fun doing it. I highly recommend, like we've already looked at a few videos, and our whole idea on it right now is to basically go and try to mimic some of these trends that are happening there. And we're going to do it in our own way. It's going to be fun. Folks, if you've got TikTok or shit like that, just look us up, get ready. Fucking, there's going to be some stupid ass shit that we're putting out on TikTok. And I don't know, I think it's going to be fun. And it's just going to be a way to more or less help blow off some steam, and have fun doing it.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's going to be a blast. I know there's a couple of videos there that, you know, you and I have both looked at already, and they're like, yep, this is going to be a good one. I wonder if we can get the wives. No, the wives will not get involved with this one.
No.
You know, and shit like that. But I don't know. It's going to be good, you know. But yeah, guys, if you're listening, if you're watching this right now, do us a favor. Find us on, you know, either in the comments down below on YouTube there on this episode here. Reach out to us on Facebook. Reach out to us on our Instagram. Even Twitter. We're going to see where Twitter goes, because I was looking at Twitter the other day and I just wasn't happy. But either way, look for us on all of our platforms. If you guys have ideas of what you'd like to see us do, how you'd like to see us cover different things, you got recommendations on topics, content, anything.
Or maybe you're involved in a culture or some type of activity that you would like to have on the show.
Yeah.
Have us come check it out. Now we got to wait for the lockdown to end.
Yeah.
But once the lockdown ends,
absolutely,
we would more than love to come out and see things and learn things.
Yeah. Yeah. We love learning new things. We really do. So let us know. Send us a message. You know, we want to get out there. We want to see more people. We want to see more cultures, more lifestyles, different things that we just know fuck all about. Yep. You know, we want to experience it firsthand. So get a hold of us. Let us know. Give us some ideas. And until then, please keep sharing it with your friends. Help us out. Help us grow so that we can help get rid of some of the fucking ignorance that's out there. And ultimately, let's just have some fucking fun doing this, because it's going to be a good time.
For sure.
Right on. We'll talk to you all later.